Hi there, it's Mr. Deehan again. Just wanted to continue our talk about the corporation and how it works. Last time we talked about a corporation, we looked at how and look at this chalk, isn't that amazing? Anyways, we looked at how in a traditional structure you had a boss, the employees, and the customers, and the boss and the owner were the same person. But under a corporate structure, we cross out the owner because the boss or the owner of the company has sold their ownership to a group of share or stockholders. Okay, so these people are actually now the owners of the company and they are in charge of the boss. So at any time, if they don't like what the boss is doing, get rid of them and put in another one. So under a corporate structure, we've got these people in charge, the shareholders, and we have the boss, the employees, and the customers. What's really funny about a corporate structure though is, who are these people? Who are the shareholders? Who can own stocks in a company? Why, anybody can. Any of us can go to a market right now, to like the Toronto Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, the Nikkei, and buy shares in a company. So you could be the employee at a company and own shares and be a shareholder in your company. So you are getting pushed around by your boss, but in fact you are the boss of your boss. Or even a customer. If you really like a store, if you like what they're doing, you might go and buy shares in that company. So you love the iPod, so you go and buy shares in Apple. Now you own a piece of Apple, and maybe if you own enough of Apple, own enough of the ownership of Apple, you can start telling Steve Jobs how to do his Steve Job. Anyways, so we've got this corporate structure. You've got your shareholders, you got the boss, you got the owners, employees, customers. There is another subcategory here at work. These people here, the shareholders, if they sell the shares to anyone, like anybody, hey, we need money for our company, anyone, come and sell shares, come and buy shares, anybody's able to get them. It's called a public corporation. That means anybody can be in charge, or anybody can buy the shares. But when you're a public corporation, you run a little bit differently. Do you know when you go to a store and you go to buy something, say for example you go to buy this product, and by law the company has to tell you certain information. They have to tell you the name of the product. They have to tell you nutrition information. They have to tell you the ingredients. You have to tell people about your product. Well, it's exactly the same way for a public corporation. If you're a public corporation, you have to tell everybody your business. How much money did you make last year? How much money did you lose last year? Did you have to fire some employees? Did your sales go really bad? Are you having a lawsuit or something? You have to make that information available to the public so that people can make an honest and fair decision whether they want to buy some of your shares. Okay, so it's exactly like buying a product. You have to tell the customer what they're getting. You have to tell the customer, the shareholder, what they're getting when they buy a piece of your company. So it's public information, and you, as a corporation, a public corporation, you have to tell everyone your business. Now, there is another kind of corporation called a private corporation. And this is a little different from a public corporation. These guys keep the shares in a small group of shareholders. They may trade some back and forth to each other, but they keep it all in a small group. They keep it private, okay? In a private corporation, you don't have to tell anybody anything. Hey, Mr. Private Corporation, how much money did you make last year? None of your business. How much money did you lose last year? None of your business. What were your sales like last year? None of your business. Keep it all private, okay? So, as a corporation, you can be private, keep things quiet, or be public, and you got to tell people your business. The difference is mainly, though, if you're a public corporation, it's easier to sell your shares. And the name of the game for a corporation sometimes is we need money. So we got to sell our shares to get money. Whereas if you're a private corporation, it's a little bit harder to sell your shares because you're kind of trapped in a small group. Also, you're not necessarily telling people a lot about your company. You're trying to keep it private. All right, hope that helps you understand. We'll see you next time.